Perch Episode 5, Spotted.
Please subscribe and like the content. I'm asking you kindly this time.
He sat at the small kitchen table, meaty hands wrapped around a pastrami sandwich. A thermos of black coffee sat beside the plate. Juice from the sandwich dribbled down his chin, splattering across his uniform. Big bites made quick work of the meal. He wiped his mouth with the back of his hand, then wiped his palms on the sides of his uniform. He stood and stretched his large frame, grabbing the thermos as he rose. He stepped onto the porch. Darkness reigned. The moon still ruled the sky. The small house stood alone for miles, just trees, land, and privacy. He required a lot of privacy. He walked to the rickety shed behind the house. A foul smell seeped from within, an odor he'd been nose-blind to for years. He yanked the overhead cord. A single naked bulb flickered on, revealing a scrawny dog, ribs showing, fur balding, snarling and baring its fangs. But as the man stepped in, the dog whimpered and cowered. He'd taken the dog from one of his victims. Normally, he would have killed it, but the animal had earned his respect. So he kept it and retrained it. Now they were friends. The man grabbed an open can of wet dog food from his work table and held it out. Maggots squirmed among the pate.
Want some?
The dog's body trembled, but it lunged for the can, maggots and all. On the shed floor lay two stiff figures side by side. One was Tammy, the convenience store girl. The other looked like a mannequin, but of course she wasn't. It was Amber Broski, once very much alive. He had washed their bodies, then placed each in a second-hand sleeping bag he'd bought from the Army-Navy surplus store. Once secured with rope, it was time to say goodbye. For a moment he felt sad. His dolls were his only connection to the world, and they never lasted. They always needed to be replaced. One by one, he dragged them out to the van and loaded them inside. Back in the shed, he retrieved the empty can. The dog, Cringe, had licked it clean. He poured coffee into the dog's water bowl and petted its head.
Don't worry, I'll be back soon.
He checked his watch. 6 o'clock. Humming, he hopped in the van and drove down the gravel drive toward the eternal woods.
Girls, you're gonna love where you're going. There are so many others. You'll never be alone again. Tape 3, 1 van, 2 sleeping bags. Sounds like the making of a beautiful song. The sleeping bags lie side by side. One is the drunk girl from the bar, Amber, and the other is Tammy. I go through at least 5 sleeping bags a month from the Army-Navy surplus store. One year, I bought so many, it raised suspicions. The manager wanted to know what I was doing with them. So I showed her, and she got her own sleeping bag. No one ever asked about them again. I like hunting at night, urban hunting I call it, but I plant during the early morning. I take my dolls to my woods once I'm done playing. Just me and the birds and the trees and the earth, nature. I see myself as an important link in the life cycle, a farmer who loves to till. I was born in Bedlam City, but raised in Stragglersville. Strange things happen here, so my hobby doesn't seem strange. The woods are where my parents dumped me when I terrified them. They hoped I'd never find my way back. But a kind stranger always found me and brought me home. In those woods, I learned the rhythm of nature, how to evade predators, and how to become one. The woods became my playground, my pet cemetery, my garden. My mother is buried here. She never gave me siblings, so I gave her many children in death. They lie all around her, and every month I birth new ones. Now, I have 2 more. I love the drive. The cool air stings my fresh scratches, a reminder of the fight Tammy put up. Everyone knows by now that Tammy is missing. I imagine her boyfriend's face. His Tammy is mine now. Tammy's body is fresh. The bar girl already spoils. I almost kept her, but Tammy wasn't friendly. Not at all. Tammy's cell phone buzzes. Her boyfriend texting.
Where are you?
I toss the phone out the window and head on to the woods. It always gives me peace when asphalt turns to dirt. I know these roads like the back of my hand. I pull into the clearing and sit. Sipping coffee, scanning for movement. Tammy goes first. She earned my respect. It's an honor to give her to the earth. Poor Amber. I kept her too long. She already stinks. I don't like corpses above ground. It's disrespectful. I slide Tammy's bag out and drags it into the brush, tugging it through briars. I could tell you where each body is buried, every name, every face. Once they enter my sacred ground, they belong to me. I drop Tammy beside a fresh grave. I thought I heard a whimper. I give the sleeping bag a little nudge with my boot, and it moves. Tammy's alive. A fighter till the end. Doesn't matter. Her fate is sealed. I race back to the van for his shovel, but freezes at the sound of a rifle shot. Hunters in his woods. I grab the shovel and hurry back, rolling Tammy into her grave. As I raise the shovel, I hear something fall from above. A deer dashes away, but my attention is upward, to the man in the tree stand with the pair of binoculars, watching me. Oh, buddy, you're in so much fucking trouble. I sprint back to the van for my rifle. All thoughts of Tammy and Amber vanish. This is a new hunt, not dolls, but something even better.
This episode was sponsored by author B.L. Norris's novel Dark Moon. If you like supernatural horror, check out B.L. Norris's Dark Moon, available on Amazon.